what team should make a move at the deadline, and who should they trade for? Rev, I want to hear what team you have first and the player that they should trade first.
Why you always want to hear me?
Because it's natural. It's a natural instinct. The person to your right of you, you're more inclined to.
Is it really?
I mean, you're more inclined to look to the right side of your screen.
So what if you're a lefty?
I think it's still right.
Wow. Eagles, obviously Eagles. I think we need to make an addition for a receiver. We need to get Alshon Jeffrey off the books. That's what I think we need. I think we need to go for a veteran receiver, somebody who can take the top off. Maybe somebody who can stay healthy because Alshon and Deshaun Jackson have not been healthy. And that's about it. That's the only team I've been thinking about for like 2 days.
I think that one move I've heard, through the grapevine, heard some people talking about. I know the Texans are looking to deal some guys, and one team that I think that should be hitting their phone is the Green Bay Packers. If Will Fuller is available, I think he could add another dimension to that offense because outside of Devontae Adams, especially missing Aaron Jones, I heard he might be back this week, but if he doesn't come back the same, Devontae Adams is the only weapon they have in that entire offense. Beyond
Adam Lazard is pretty good.
He's been solid, but he's been a little inconsistent, and I think that adding Will Fuller would just give another dimension to that offense and make them very difficult to stop, especially when you look at the NFC, a lot of games that they're going to have to play in come playoff time. The Seattle Seahawks, it'll be a shootout. So if you can add weapons to that offense, I'm sure the asking price would not be that high for Will Fuller. I think that would be a solid move for them.
I was going to say the same thing. I think Will Fuller fits the Packers, and they need to make a move for a receiver since they didn't draft one, and that's something they should have done.
It was a mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake. But I think if you have a combination of Will Fuller, Devontae Adams, Adam Lazard, you can kind of line up Devontae in the slot and have Fuller go deep on some goals.
Absolutely.
And Adam Lazard as well.
That's dangerous.
Adam Lazard's pretty good at jump balls. And he's been injured, so he has to come back first. But they also got this other guy, Tunyon, who's a pretty good tight end. He's been emerging as well. So they just need to add something to their offense because at this point, they can't really add anything to their defense. They're most vulnerable against the run. Yeah. And I don't think there's any linebacker that's going to fix that can come to Green Bay and fix that instantly. But you can definitely improve your offensive firepower so you can put up points with the best of them. And I think that's what they're missing.
I would love to see Will Fuller going deep with Aaron Rodgers throwing to him and an offensive line, which is something that Deshaun Watson has lacked pretty much his whole time there in Houston. So, and that's really what Will Fuller is. He's a burner. So if you can get him some time to run a route downfield and have Aaron Rodgers, one of the best deep ball throwers maybe ever, throwing the football to him, and then you have Devontae Adams as, a release on some of those routes, that would be scary.
I mean, the Texans are shopping everybody. They're shopping Kenny Stills.
J.J. Watt.
They've been reports about Brandon Cooks. J.J. Watt is one of them. So if the Packers could get any of these guys, a Cooks, Fuller, Stills,
I think
maybe a John Ross from Cincinnati and see what he can do. Dante Pettis from the 49ers, Alshon Jeffrey maybe, A.J. Green,
and I think
something like that.
The Eagles should also be looking at a bunch of those guys too because like you mentioned, they're weak at receiver, and any of those guys would help out in that receiver.
They're pretty weak at quarterback too. You seen that guy? But the thing about it is I think the Packers, just like the Patriots, they should be looking to get a wide receiver because the Patriots need to help out Cam. Cam is alone right now there. They have no weapons. They need somebody to pair with Edelman.
Do you think that that's the direction they're going to go in?
I'm not sure if they are, and I would say no, but I think that they should.
Because I can see them being sellers more than I can see them being buyers at this deadline.
I could see it too. I mean, the deadline, when does it end? It ends Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday?
4 p.m. on Tuesday, November 3rd.
But like I said as well, I think another move, it would be to Karis McKinley to the Seahawks.
You get anything for that Seahawks defense, really.
If you get McKinley and Carlos Dunlap, then I'll say, I'll take back my statement about the Seahawks getting embarrassed. But
you're gonna eat your words sooner than later.
And
trust me, I've been right about Carson Wentz so far. I'm not worried about this.
The Falcons,
what have you been right about?
What's your record?
What were you right about though? I don't. What did you like? What are you right about?
Remember when I said Dak was better. which he is. Look at how much the Cowboys are collapsing right now without him.
It's not like they were winning with him either.
When Wentz goes down, Nick Foles wins.
That was like 3 years ago, bro. What happened last year?
What happened last year with what?
When Dak played last year, and so did Wentz.
No, yeah, they lost.
Oh,
But right now they look like the worst team in the NFL.
wait, but
one of
Dak
the
was
worst
losing
teams.
when he was playing, though. It's not like he was winning; he was losing too. You know that, right?
But he is better than Carson Wentz.
But don't make it seem like he was winning when they were losing regardless. Like
He has more wins than Wentz, and he's actually percentage-wise better as well.
he's played more games too, though.
It's the weekly.
And less interceptions. He has less interceptions in more games as well.
It's the
Good for him.
weekly Joel and Riv Eagles bickering.
He has less interceptions in more games than who? Oh, you talking about this year alone?
Dak Prescott has less interceptions than Carson Wentz for his career.
Oh, but I get what you're saying. Okay.
To your point, bringing it back to the subject, the Falcons are sitting Takk McKinley on Thursday against the Panthers.
Probably
So,
they got to plan to trade him then, I guess so.
I'm sure there's no other reason.
And he's a rental because he's on his last year of his rookie contract. So they're not going to pay him long-term, any team that gets him. So I'd do it. And I don't think it costs too much to get him as well. And he has huge potential.
Not at all.
And the Seahawks are well beyond going for it. Like, they are all in on this team. You could see, in the Jamal Adams trade alone, look at how much they gave up for him.
They better be, because Tampa's going to be a rude awakening for them if they come in with that roster.